Hey guys, Justin Stark here with Bobby Brock Insurance out of Tupelo, Mississippi, and we just wrapped up some very low level, not granular, just some simple foundational training around financial and retirement conversations, just how to transition into that conversation, because you know that we prioritize health insurance. So with that being said, here's a few talking points. Number one, once you get your method ironed out, then you need to input that into a system. So method, system, and then once it's ironed out and it's working, then you need to be consistent. Most people don't have that in their formula. Now, knowing that, here is our method, very short method that we get to get the information that we want, because you need to ask great questions to get great answers. So before your client, not before, but before the client. So family, occupation, recreation, show interest in your client. So on family, and the psychology of this is the person that you're talking to, your prospect, is going to prioritize their family first, their occupation, and then they'll be more or less reactive to recreation depending on who they are. But most people use recreation in conversation to lighten the mood. So as you're talking about family and occupation, which is where you're going to get your fact finding from, you're going to use recreation to get them to go from tense to relaxed. All right, so with that being said, family, you just talk about their family. That's important to them. You can use that to transition into talking about the legacy that they live, or that the plan that they leave to have money left in the bank for their family when they pass away. You could talk about occupation, when they leave their occupation, when they retire, or are they going to be lowering or losing their income, and are you needed to replace that income? And then a few other things here. Another method that we use to figure out who we're going to be using for their product, or as a company, we have a few companies that we use for annuities when we're doing like private pension strategies. But I asked them, and none of these are my tools, I've gathered this over time through experience, but safety, growth, and liquidity. So you talk about safety, growth, and liquidity in that order. You talk about family, occupation, recreation in that order, and there's psychology behind that. Use it in that order. So here you ask the client, what's most important to you? All three are important in retirement, but if you had to prioritize them today, list them 1 through 3 most important. This is going to tell you how to appeal to your client and also how to solve their problem properly. And then you could get more details too. And then there's a few statements that we use as segue statements, anchor statements, or conviction statements to tell people what we do. We believe the older we get, the safer that our money should get. Do you believe that? We believe the older we get, the safer our money should get, right? Notice the tie down at the end. You have to use the tie down. We believe the older we get, the safer our money should get. So the other one would be, we specialize in transition and retirement. So as you're talking to them about their occupation, you can also say, so where'd you work at again? And when they say that, you say, well, great, we specialize in transition and retirement. Would love to chat with you about that. So today, there's been a few short tidbits about some ways to talk to your client or prospect about retirement, financial conversations, and then a few statements to anchor down your client with you so that they understand your convictions and your beliefs.